Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about a website that allows you to get a bunch of free games over time, doing tasks and whatnot. And it's not very painful. It's pretty effective, I can confirm. But it is Itzagud.net. And it started how I got in was through Hit Squad on Twitch, and that got me into the Discord, and then it had to rebrand. But here we are, and it's a pretty good system. Been using it for a while, so once again, can confirm. There are pricing methods, but there's also many free ways, which I do, and I'm gonna go along the ways that I have already redeemed plenty of free games. And so, first off, you're gonna sign in, create an account, whatnot. You can see points, clams, level. So each level you get a percentage off of things that you redeem. Points, that's the main system where you can buy many things off the shop, or you can use their auction system. And so essentially you build up points, and that is your currency. So that is your technically free way, but you build up that, and right off the rip you send a message, and we are going to get some clams. So clams are a system where you can use clam giveaways. So here, I mean, even still here, this costs nothing. So you're going to want to do these. You enter all of them as much as you can. For the sake of now, we're not going to do all of them, but you want to do all of those because you get free clams. And so, percentage, you might win, you might not, but it's free to enter. So you're going to want to build up clams first and foremost. Also, you get 10 clam wheel spins, so you get more clams that way. And so it's random. We got 60, but we have 9 more spins, so we could keep doing that. But now you're going to go into point giveaways. And so these cost clams. And so plenty of ways to build up clams, but you build up a balance. You can enter these. Shows you the prize amount, and once again, like entries. So you have a percentage to win. You might win, you might not. But again, clams are easy to come by, and so here a little bit more based on your ranking. You build your ranking based on offer wall. I'll go into that a little bit later. But that also enables these. And so there's plenty of giveaways you can unlock, but these are the basics that I'm surrounded by. So I usually just do all these. Only cost 200. So yeah, we put those, and those win you points. So points are the big head honcho. So yeah, once again, you get clams. You can use clams for points, and points to redeem for games. So here we go to Steam Games. You can redeem points for a chance to win. So there's a kind of like the clam giveaway, but you're using points on a chance to win actual games. So you could enter any of these you like. You can put however many entries, but they do use points. So it's a bit of a risk on your points, but there's plenty of games there, changing daily based on the time left. So, we go all the way over here, and they get replenished on different ones. Here, daily free games. So we talked about offer wall briefly, at least mentioned it, but Right now I'm gangster, so second rank, and there's 4 here. They unlock more stuff, but there's free games daily that you could get for free as long as you reach the requirement of offer wall. And so offer wall we will go to. It's basically this system here. You can for free get, you do clicks and you can view. It just pulls up another tab and you get 28 points, and various times you go click. Sometimes there might not be anything, but that's a free method. Also, if you built up enough, you claim a bonus every 2 hours. So we'll go ahead and do that. I would do all the clicks as well, but for this sake, we're not going to do it. There's also surveys that give you a lot, but surveys are a little finicky. You do it, and then like maybe halfway through, they're like, oh, we don't need you. So you can mess with surveys, but they have a very good reward. To just kind of troublesome to get the right ones, but you can certainly mess with that if you want to mess with games. But this system is nothing new if you've ever been on, free money apps or whatnot. But like I said, overall, I think it's a very good system for your time, especially compared to a lot of others. Many others will just have games and you have to download and do that painstaking. There are a lot of free ways to get your money's worth. And so also, we talk about level. You can do tasks. So these tasks give you some XP, some clams. As you build XP every 5 ranks, I believe, you get a percentage off, so that makes it worth it there. But it does take a while, as you can expect, but that's something that you can be doing. There's a little bit more here and there, around these. So you could do those tasks. Also, quests, they give you XP as well. And even just for doing things that you would normally do, you sell something on the auction, redeem a game. So we didn't get into the auction, but that's another thing. So you might be able to find games for cheaper over here. There's a bunch of games. You bid for it, you might win. And so there's all these games that you can get on the cheap as well. You could also sell. So if you have a code on Steam or GOG, you can sell it. As you can see, I sold 41, got plenty of revenue that way. So if you have an extra code that you want to give away, you can do that. Also, let's do a spin just to note, like, you have like that 5-minute timer or whatnot. So every so often you do a spin, get some clams. But we covered all that. If you wanted to pay, there's that option too. Like, you can get a starter pack and all that. You get bonus. You also get safes, but you can also randomly get safes if you win one of the giveaways. It's a random chance, so not every, but if we go into the stash, you also get one random safe depending on your level. So like, obviously once you get to gangster, you could claim 1 per day, hitman 2 per day, 3. And so what they do, so we got an uncommon. We'll open the uncommon. And what are we gonna get? Alright, we got a pinstripe. We already got one. So it's the same thing that we got. So we're just gonna scrap this. But overall, we've gotten all these, and what they do is different levels give you different things, but you know, plus 3% quest XP, so you get a bonus on that. So they just give you a bunch of little bonuses, and as you build up your set, you know, they're better. Like if we go to legendary, if you happen to get legendary saves, they're plus 5%. So you can, if you manage to get all those, you'll have plus 5% across the board, across here. So that will definitely help out. So there's a lot of things at play here that you can mess with, but you build this up. It's kind of like a daily thing you do. I don't know if you have like Microsoft rewards or whatnot. You do that daily. This is another thing to add, and you build up points. But you can also say you have enough points. You go to the shop. You can see what you want to buy. I mean, there's plenty of good games. Granted, pricey, but if you get more to your level, there's some more, you know. But you build up points and you might be able to redeem that. And once again, you go into the auction, see if something's available a little bit better price, but not always. But yeah, all these games you could buy. If I wanted to buy a bunch of low ones that I liked, and these are free because that's the daily. So I guess we forgot to touch up on. So offer wall, you can also redeem your points. So I have these points I could redeem, and that will go to my total balance. So I could redeem 13,000. It'll go up to here, and the cool thing about that is, so the daily free games, right here I need 14,000 points, and for 24 hours I could claim one. So you gotta claim something in those 24 hours. But say I see a game I like, I have enough points, I redeem the offer wall, then I could go here and I could just claim one of these that I like instantly. Or you could hold off until something you like pops up. But that's how that works with the offer wall. But yeah, going back to the shop, like I said, there's all these games listed. You can go to low, and if you want any of these, they're kind of cheap. But yeah, there's a ton of games to keep you occupied. If you're kind of like me and trying to just build up for something, gonna take a bit, but again, it's a free method, doesn't take too long. And yeah, I gotta shout out Itzagud.net. Gotta shout out the Godfather for making this all possible. So once again, if you want a method to gain free games, which I've gotten plenty, I guess I'm not gonna show you the codes even though they are redeemed, but yeah, I easily have gotten over 10. Once again, I say easily. I don't know the full amount, but we've done that. And also I've had like extra codes to give away, so at least it's going towards something good and building up rather than just sitting in nowhere. So yeah, check it out. It's a good. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Ignore that. But also I can certifiably confirm that, you know, it works. Like, sure, there's things that you can buy, but that's meant for the system. You can't blame it. If you want a leg up, then you support, you know, what powers this, then yeah, you can certainly buy, but it's not required. And you can continue doing the free grind like I am. So that will conclude it, and hopefully you guys check it out and get some free games that I really encourage.